Why? Stop. Why is this thing not hot? I swear to God, if anyone says welcome to womanhood, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Oh God, you just want to give a good Ricky Gervais laugh at this one.
Why? Stop.
Do these people realize how cringe they actually are? Okay, well, if you're not an idiot and you're not on Twitter, you know, the thing that rots your brain, but a little bit fun and chic now that Elon Musk has taken over, even though he still wants to control us via a chip. But that's a whole different video. This video of this trans woman, meaning AKA biological man, made a video of themselves apparently having menstrual cramps. Menstrual cramps, a cycle, a period cycle, something that biological women and only biological women can actually experience. And when I first saw this clip, I immediately thought this person, trans woman, biological man, needs to go to the fucking hospital, because if they are legitimately having period cramps, I am scared for their life or their health. Okay, maybe being scared is a little bit an overstatement, but you should go to the hospital if you are a biological man and you're experiencing menstrual cramps in that area, in your groin area. You probably should go see a doctor and get a CT scan. However, if you're in LA or New York or maybe Seattle, because all the doctors are either scared out of their minds or has been indoctrinated into this woke mess, they might actually go along with your delusion as you slowly die of whatever cancer you probably have. I shouldn't have to say this, but just in case you have an extremely carrot-like low IQ, or you have indeed been indoctrinated into this cult-like thinking that you think denying reality and facts and truth is somehow makes you a better and empathetic person. Only biological women can have menstrual cycles. Only biological women can menstruate. Are the only ones that can have periods, and biological men, no matter how much, no matter if you take a Mount Everest amount of estrogen, which would probably kill you, you will still never, ever have a menstrual. You will never have a cycle. You will never have a period, because the hormones that trans people take and the puberty blockers that they take still does not make you a woman or a man. It does not give you female DNA. It does not make you biologically a fit male or female. It does not give you female internal organs or anything like that. You will never have a menstrual cycle. You will never have a period, and you'll never get pregnant. And if we do end up living in a hellscape where they start to inject, I don't know, surgically giving men uteruses or some shit like that, you will still never naturally ever have a child of your own. And before the wokes come out of the woodwork and say not all biological women can have children, generally speaking, the majority of biological women can. The ones that can't, unfortunately, because they have had cancer or some sort of virus or illness, or they were just born with a dysfunction or something like that, unfortunately, that's sad if they want to have children, but that is still the vast minority of biological women. So please keep that over there to yourself. Thanks. Anyway, this video went viral, and apparently, according to either the trans woman or the trans woman's girlfriend, I don't know, came out and sort of complained that they were getting a lot of hate comments. And when they mean hate comments, they mean AKA people were telling them biological facts that you can't have a period because you're not a biological woman, that is not your sex you were born with. Right?
I sure do, because the internet won't stop harassing me over it.
All right, I didn't speed this up. This person talks at such a rapid pace. Probably one of the many meds they take, probably for their ADD, and they got to do this. So let's keep going.
Just in case you don't remember it, a couple days ago I uploaded this video of my girlfriend experiencing cramps, and it got re-uploaded to a transphobic Twitter account, which then got re-uploaded to Libs of TikTok. And it's been seen by over 11 million people, including Transphobe of the Year, Matt Walsh, and his wife. Ever since uploading this video, my girlfriend and I have been experiencing a lot of hate.
I hate the fact that we live here. I made a video and I actually accidentally deleted it after I was completely finished the whole thing, after spending hours on it, about manufactured chaos and confusion. And I still will do that video. It's coming. I just have to get over the jadedness, the fact that the entire completed thing was accidentally deleted by my shitty phone. But I feel like the fact that people have been convinced, whole societies, hundreds and thousands of millions, an entire generation of people have been convinced to just literally live in a delusion, live in a lie for the sake of someone's feeling is absolutely insane to me. And the truth of the matter is, the truth of biological sex shouldn't be a thing that hurts anyone's feelings. It's just a fact. It's like going to a 5'4" man and saying you will never be 6 foot. Like, that's just a fact. That really shouldn't crumble or shatter your reality. And once again, I think denying the fact that you are not a biological sex of man or woman and you are a trans person is a bit self-hatred in itself. Like, you hate the fact that you are trans. You hate the fact that this is who you are. Well, you should be loving it, embracing it. It's kind of this weird, love thyself but hate who I am, actually hate the actual experience, and I need to bend the will of reality of the rest of the world to pretend that I was actually born a man or a woman, or I can take a certain amount of estrogen or testosterone and then biologically changes who I am. That changes my DNA. It does not. They did come out with an update or reply video saying that of course they know they didn't actually have a period, they weren't actually menstruating or whatever, and they apologized. Maybe that wasn't the right vernacular, but they did continue to go on and say that, well, because they're on estrogen, their hormones fluctuate and they go through cycles, which also is a big cap. That is not true. When you are decreasing your testosterone and upping your estrogen, you're just decreasing and upping. You're not actually fluctuating unless you're not being stable with your medication. Then you will fluctuate, but still, again, you will not actually go through a cycle. What you may go through is a mood swing. When men who have unfortunately naturally low testosterone or low testosterone because of their diet or drug use or whatever, they will take testosterone supplements or replacements, right? And when they're in between doses, or they up their dose or they stop taking it and they take it again, they're sort of intermediate with their medication, what can happen is you might have a mood swing. That is not the same thing as a cycle. That is not the same thing as a menstrual cycle. You're just having a mood swing, and that's usually because you're not stable with your medication. And you might feel your mood changing as your testosterone decreases and as your estrogen is upped, but it's not fluctuating unless, once again, you're not stable with your medication. And just because you're not stable with your medication does not mean you're going through a cycle. It just means you're having a mood swing because you're not stable with your medication. Not the same thing. And if you're constantly having mood swings, and even if you're stable with your medication, then you have some sort of mental disorder, and you probably need to go see a therapist or a counselor, and preferably not one in a woke cult, so some can actually get some truth and some actual help, instead of ignoring the reality that you might be having a mental health disorder or crisis or breakdown. Go get help instead of living in la la land, because at the end of the day, you're not going to receive the proper help that you actually need.
There's no shedding of the uterine lining that was happening. To my knowledge, there are no recorded cases of any trans women having any uteruses, so people are wondering, how is this happening? Short answer, PMS. There is data to support trans women experiencing a hormonal fluctuation within 21 to 28 days every month. Now, the medical literature isn't 100% concrete on why we experience PMS, but we do. It's pretty much just
because it's not true. There is no medical literature on this that says this is the thing. It's all anecdotal bullshit from gender studies people like this.
and prostaglandins, which are produced by everyone's body. So it would make sense that we experience cramping the same way that cis women without uteruses do. Also, any area...
What's cramping? Your stomach? It's different cramping with women. It's not their stomach that's cramping. These people are such liars, and no one will say anything. Everyone's petrified to say a word about it.
The human body that has smooth muscle can just cramp like this. And there is a lot of smooth muscle in the pelvic and abdominal regions. Even in cis women who still have the uteruses, it's not just the uterus that's cramping at this time of the month. It's that smooth muscle.
How would you know? This person's got a degree in gender studies, and they were saying that their boyfriend had a cramping from a period. And can you believe any word that comes out of their mouth? The answer is no.
This happens to every trans woman, because it doesn't. But it does happen often enough that it's talked about in trans circles. The only thing that I think that I did wrong was using the word period.
I see Greek ghosts sometimes, but that doesn't mean they're there, right? It doesn't happen to everybody, but happens to people that are crazy. I mean, you see how this doesn't make any sense?
To describe what was happening, and I'm sorry for that. Even with my gender studies degree, I guess I lacked the background knowledge to understand that the connotation for
Yeah, your gender studies degree is completely worthless. You might as well take that and burn it up and take 400 grand and throw it out the window, because I'm sure you've got some menial, shitty job that a high school student used to have 5 years ago.
that word was specifically for shedding of the uterus. But even after a simple Google search, which anybody who watched that video could have done, I understand that the language I should have used is PMS. It's my understanding that the reaction that this video elicited.
Men don't have PMS, they don't have periods, they don't menstruate, they don't have any of that. And your DNA is a male. I know you want to be different. I understand. But it's time to grow up, because you're not. You're a man in dress up in woman face. End of it.
From a place of transmisogyny. The issue that people had were their belief that my partner and I are appropriating womanhood somehow. It's just a turf talking point. I'm firmly rooted in my experiences as a woman, and I think that every trans woman deserves that.
You don't have any experience as a woman because you're not a woman. You're a guy taking hormones with a dress on. Can we be honest about that? Can we say that anymore?
So my advice to this person, if they are actually experiencing cramps, go see a doctor. One, that's not a woke doctor, so you can get actual reality. And two, if you are stable with your medication and you find yourself having crazy mood swings, then maybe go see a therapist or a counselor. Again, ones that hopefully is not in a woke cult, because then you can actually get truth, facts, and reality that would actually help you become a better human being, instead of furthering yourself in this sort of delusion reality where for some reason simple biological facts, science, and data crumbles your I don't know, your ego. A lot of this is ego. A lot of this is fucking ego. Speaking of like from a spiritual standpoint, these people are so living in their ego and the perception of who they are that if anyone has like the opposite idea that's based on reality, it crumbles their perception. It crumbles their idea of themselves, and they can't live with that. They need you to walk and talk in their own lie and delusions. Okay, I'm repeating myself and I'm rambling, but anyway, let me know what you guys think of this video, this viral video, this idea that biological men can now have menstrual cycles and periods and, you know, giving out tampons and shit like that. Let me know if you think that this is okay and not a big deal. Why do we care? Do you think this is erasing the girlhood and female experiences? Because once again, this is something that only we can experience, and this is something that brings women together, and something that policies and laws are based off, like having tampons in female spaces, stuff like that. Do you think this is sort of erasing that opportunity for young girls if biological men can just come and take over? Let me know in the comment section below. Are you a TERF? Are you a, what is it, trans exclusionary radical feminist? Or are you someone who just lives in common sense and science, data, and reality? Let me know in the comment section below. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support this channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. Of course, it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. Another great way to support this channel is either join my brand new membership program, different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my brand new merch shops, links down below, and links to all of the internet platforms I'm on, including my Odyssey, my Minds.com, my Rumble account, my Twitter, and the YouTube links to all the other channels I have on this platform are in the description box below, in the community tab, or in the about page on this channel. And if you like, you can super thanks. I also have a second travel vlog channel. I travel as a lifestyle. I live abroad. If you'd like to know where I am in the world, you can go to the description box below, and also in the comment section, hit the link. Go subscribe to my travel vlog channel, or follow me on my travel Instagram. My stories is usually what's most up to date. And you guys, you beautiful people, have a fucking great day and Happy New Year. Bye.